Have we ever? When was the last time we got a full-on Team Extreme reunion?
Probably would have been like 2001, like
Yeah.
2002. Like with the Hardys then.
It's time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke. Talk to him. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Come on, Charlie.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah. Oh, my mic is my shit at 100. My mic peaking like a mother. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. HD. I got a J in my mouth right now, and I'm rolling another one. Yeah, weed. So what's going on? Welcome to another edition of the Monday Night Raw Blunt Ratings. It's always good to be back with you guys. I am tired because I took a one-day trip to the South for my friend's birthday, and I'm exhausted. But we gonna get through this show because it was a pretty good episode of Monday Night Raw. It wasn't terrible by any means. Definitely better than the show that we saw the night before. What's going on, Gruss? What's going on, Kid Get Money? Camilla, what's cracking? Happy Black History Month. It is Black History Month. But yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's celebrating. So yeah, man, as you know, you already know what it is. Regulars are here. We start the show off with the promos and the backstage segments. There was some really good ones, some really funny ones, obviously, and there was some that we really need to talk about here in a minute. The show started off with Black Seth Rollins. I'm sorry, that was Bobby Lashley. He came out with a suit. I mean, the suit looked immaculate on him. I mean, it just. Not everybody could pull that off and make it look good, but yeah, I mean the suit looked fire. It was like black suit with red roses on it. So yeah, I saw it. It was pretty fire, and it's on the thumbnail. But that's why it was the thumbnail because I thought it was a fire suit. But yeah, Bobby came out. He was, bragging about beating Brock Lesnar or whatever. Obviously, not acknowledging the interference from Roman Reigns at all. Brock music actually hit. Brock is not a part-timer right now. He's definitely been on the shows the last few months. Like, feels like every week. Or, he may have missed a week here or there, but he doesn't feel like a part-timer right now, Brock Lesnar. He feels like a regular part of the show, which is pretty awesome. And he has been nailing it when it comes to his promos. Lord, was this the best one he's ever done? I thought it was the one he did, the Bobby Who promo. I was like, damn, that might have been the best promo Brock has ever done on his own with no help. And then I hear this week he came out and was Bobby. You're not gonna sit up here and act like you're a real champion, are you, Bobby? The only reason you beat me is because Roman Reigns interfered. I ain't even mad at you. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But don't sit up there and act like you actually did something. It was fire. He's like, man, he came out in full gear, you know what I mean, in his UFC shorts and with his gloves on. He was ready to fight. He challenged Lashley to a match, and he called him a chicken shit a bunch of times. Lashley wasn't going for that, so he like, man, I'll fight you right now. And MVP was like begging him, please, no, don't take the match. And Lashley finally smartened up and didn't take the match. Walked out of the ring, but then. Didn't end there because maybe he's Raw GM because I didn't see Sonya Deville on the show. So Adam Pearce came out and was like, so the Elimination Chamber's in 3 weeks. Bobby Lashley, you'll be defending your WWE title inside of it. And the first person we are entering into that match is the beast, Brock Lesnar. I mean, damn. I mean, shit. I was like, you gonna put Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar inside the fucking elimination chamber? That shit about to be, whew. And wait until I hear the rest of the lineup, because this shit, I mean, I have no complaints. Let's just say that. But this for opening segment was fire, mainly because because of all the guys involved. But just Brock Lesnar cutting that promo, man, I was flabbergasted. It was so good and so entertaining, and he looked so comfortable talking, and he got his like little 3 cornrows going to the back into his ponytail. He got swag now. Brock Lesnar, like this, like one of my favorite versions of Brock Lesnar of all time. Like he's doing really good right now. As far as other promos and backstage segments, obviously we had the scooter race that was promoted from last week, the Alpha Academy athletic decathlon. I'm glad Gable acknowledged what I was screaming about last week. How you gonna have a scooter race in an athletic decathlon, nigga? That don't make no sense. Like, Matt Riddle be high as fuck. We're gonna talk about that later too, because oh my God, Corey Graves. But they started the scooter race. I guess I'll just talk about the whole scooter race in one, because it went throughout the whole show. They were doing 50 laps around the arena or whatever. During the scooter race at one point, Matt Riddle stopped his Street Profits, gave him something to drink. And then Gable came back. They wouldn't give him nothing, but then Otis pulled up and gave him a drink, and it was steak sauce. He was like, is this steak sauce? It's like, yeah, boss. That shit was funny. They ran into Amos at one point, and, you know, he told Amos he had pretty eyes, Riddle did. I think it was to distract him so he can get by him or something. But the race came down to the final lap, obviously, that ended in front of the announcer's table. And as the guys scooted down the ramp, it looked like Riddle was going to win because Gable just tripped over the air, I guess. As Matt Riddle was about to cross the finish line, Otis basically popped up and became a brick wall, and took out Riddle before he could cross the finish line, allowing Gable to do circles around Matt Riddle before he crossed the finish line. It was entertaining. Like I said, it wasn't any academics involved in this academic part of the decathlon, but it was still entertaining. And they are going back to the academic side next week because they announced that they're going to do a quiz bowl, obviously with the Super Bowl. More to come on that. But yeah, we're doing a quiz bowl next week. And that's going to be entertaining, to say the least. Matt Riddle going to be super high, and his answers going to be goofy, and we will be entertained. So yeah, standard stuff. And Chad Gable, man, again, obviously myself and I'm sure a lot of people, I don't know if you want to call smart marks or whatever, but have been pushing for Chad Gable to get this type of opportunity, and he's been killing it. Like, he just 1,000% feels like a mini Kurt Angle. You know what I mean? And I say mini because he's smaller than Kurt Angle. But Alexa Bliss is definitely still trolling us. She gets on Twitter and complains about people hating the segments that she's doing, but then she just does the same segment again. Tamina and Dana Brooke had a little interaction backstage over the 24/7 title during the Riddle and Gable race as well. Don't care about that. Probably my favorite promo of the show was the KO show, because, man, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, they're like, yeah, I know everybody's seen Brothers, right? Everybody's seen Brothers. The movie is amazing. Step Brothers. Why'd I say Brothers? Step Brothers. Everybody's seen Step Brothers. The movie is comedy gold. These dudes really feel like comedy gold. Like, I feel like Seth is the dude with the ball spot up at the top, and Kevin is Will Ferrell. And they, like, during the joint, first of all, Seth came out And when he came out for the KO show, because he was KO's guest, he's like, yo, man, I got to announce that I've been entered into the Elimination Chamber. So he's the next person after Brock Lesnar that's been entered in with Bobby Lashley. And Kevin's like, oh, that's crazy, because I have a match against Austin Theory, and I have to win that to get in. And so they just put you in it, huh? That's crazy. You know, when somebody say that's crazy, you know, they really, oh, that's crazy. So KO was obviously a little PO'd or annoyed. So he propositioned Seth. He was like, yo, man, since you Seth Rollins, you're one of the biggest stars in the company, man. How about you go tell them backstage, you know what I mean, that if they don't put me in the match without having to qualify, then you're giving up your spot and you're boycotting the match. And yeah, and they're gonna do it because you're Seth Rollins and they want you in the match. And Seth was like, Kevin was like, I'd do it for you. Seth was like, I don't know. I don't know about that, dog. No, that shit was hilarious. I love the interactions between these guys. It got saved by the entrance of Austin Theory, who was the one that was fighting Kevin Owens. I think this is obviously building to a Seth versus KO match at WrestleMania, especially once you hear the result of the match in a second. And the final promo of the night was probably maybe the worst one of the night. Can we stop just stop writing shit for her? Like, man, Ronda Rousey came out and sounded, first of all, she just looked so blown, like to even have to be in a wrestling ring. Like, she didn't want to come back, but they offered her too much money, so she had to come. She's like, fuck it, I ain't getting UFC checks no more. I mean, she got enough money probably, but damn, you know what I mean? She just looked so bored, and the promo was so stilted. It was like 30-second pauses between every line. All she said was, she was holding the mic like, whose title should I take? Do I have to do, okay, I don't know. I don't know. That was the promo. That was the entire promo. I was like, what the fuck was that? But then Becky came out, and Becky was like, bitch, I beat your ass. Again, I beat you before you left, and nobody's beat me since you left, so I want the smoke. What's good? And Ronda twisted her arm off a little bit. She ain't really put her in the arm bar or nothing. She was just sending a warning shot, if you will. And yeah, that's how the show ended. Psych. Because after Ronda skated out of the ring, that wasn't it, because that would have definitely been a weird end to the show. But Lita, her music hit, the old Lita music that we love. You know what I mean? I don't know the words. It's a metal song. But yeah, Lita came out, and she challenged Becky to a one-on-one match at the Elimination Chamber for the Raw Women's title that she's gonna lose. So that Lita's gonna lose. She's not winning it. We're clear on it's Ronda versus okay, or Bianca versus it's not Lita versus Bianca. Okay, so I'm happy that Lita's getting that match. She still looks good, can still go in the ring. She's a legend, one of the greatest innovators in women's wrestling in the history of the sport. So we gotta give her props that she still looks good, can still go. So why not? You know what I mean? And she probably got one of the loudest pops at the Rumble. So fuck it. You know what I mean? Put Lita in the match in a 1 or 3 week feud against Becky Lynch. I'm not mad at it all. So yeah, and that was the final promo backstage segment of the night. I thought there were some really good ones. I also thought some like dragged a couple of them. Most of them were great. Like all the stuff with Riddle and and Gable was great. Bobby Lashley, Brock, amazing. Seth and KO, amazing. But Ronda Rousey shit was trash. I'm sorry. Like Becky Lynch was great. Becky Lynch does her thing. She came out looking like the Queen of Hearts or something. I don't know what the fuck she had on, but it was, but I thought most of the promos were good. I gave the promos, the backstage segments, 3.75 for the night. you know, could have got, you know, some more fire, but I thought there was a lot of good comedy throughout the night, and the intensity of the opening segment was really good. So 3.75, good blunt rating for promos, backstage segments. Now on to matches. Rhea Ripley beat Nikki Ash in 5 minutes. Cool, don't care. She should beat her in 5 minutes. The size difference is extreme. I don't know what they're gonna do with Nikki Ash now. I just don't know. Don't know if I care either, unless she's gonna continue to be like a diabolical heel. You know what I mean? Then cool, but they're gonna have to figure out something with it. The Miz beat Dom Mysterio because he suckered Ray into getting himself thrown out, and then that distracted Dom to get hit with the, you know, Skull Crusher finale, and that was that. Whatever. Kevin Owens, like I said, had his match against Austin Theory for a spot in the Elimination Chamber. One of the better matches of the night. Obviously, both KO and Austin Theory dude is super athletic, man. He reminds me of a young Randy Orton. Like, that's who he, you know, that's kind of who he favors as far as his ability in the wrestling ring. You watch his drop kicks and how efficient and sharp they are, and different, and, you know, he's just crisp inside the ring, you know, which was I think probably the biggest compliment that most people gave Randy when he first started. Like, he looked like a natural, like he was supposed to be doing it. And obviously Austin's a veteran of the indies, which Randy wasn't, so he has more experience, but whatever. He still reminds me of Mr. RKO. But yeah, this match was good. Austin Theory did end up winning with the, I forget what's the name of his finishing move. I forget, the flip over face breaker on the knee thing. You know, Austin Theory's in the Elimination Chamber. He's the 4th entrant after Seth Rollins. So KO, not only did Seth not look out and go, you know what I mean, try to work him into, but he lost his opportunity to get into the match. We'll talk about more of that in storytelling. So Dolph Ziggler and Angelo Dawkins was in Cincinnati, his hometown. Didn't know he was from the Natty. I did know that. He's actually said that before, because as soon as I said the Natty, I was like, I've heard him say that before. So yeah, he's you know, he was in his hometown. I'm pretty sure they showed some shots of his family or whatever, family and friends in the crowd. But he had a match against Dolph Ziggler, pretty good match, and he got the win. Soon as they said, you know, they reminded me he was from there, I was like, oh, he about to lose. Because WWE going WWE. But this is one time they decided not to WWE, and they let Dawkins get the win with his underhook neck breaker, whatever the fuck it is. One of my favorite moves in WWE. You know, I'm glad he came up with that move. And yeah, so he got the win. Who else had a match? Otis and Riddle ended up having a match after, you know, because Riddle was pissed off about getting stopped at the finishing line of the race. So, you know, he challenged Gable to a match. Well, he's really just pissed off, and Gable was like, looks like you want a match. And he was like, yeah, come on. He was like, all right, bet. Fight Otis. He was like, oh, shit. So they had a match, and okay, I'll talk about that in commentary. We got it, Corey Graves. Jesus. So Riddle ended up winning that match. Great floating bro to beat Otis in that match, and he became the 4th member of the Elimination Chamber. So that was fire. 5th member after Austin Theory. So yeah, that was cool. So we had one more spot left in the Elimination Chamber. And that went to AJ Styles after he beat Rey Mysterio in one of the most efficient matches I've seen. So, oh yeah, it's called the ATL. That's right. That's facts. Yeah, so, you know, that match was great between AJ and Rey. That was probably my favorite match of the night. Like, I like Dolph and Dawkins too. You know what I mean? I enjoyed that match because Dolph be bumping all over the place. Otis and Riddle had a pretty good match. Bianca beat Carmella like it was nothing, as she should. So whatever. I gave the matches 3.25 blunts, man. That's all I could muster up for the matches. You know, the Kevin Owens Austin Theory match, like I said, was pretty good. Riddle and Otis was pretty good. All these matches could have been an extra 5 minutes and been really good, but they were just trying to get through the matches to get us to the Elimination Chamber participants, which they finally did. So we got Brock, Bobby, Seth, Austin Theory, AJ Styles, and Matt Riddle. All 6 competitors locked inside the Elimination Chamber. No complaints here. Not a single complaint. AJ Styles and Mysterio was fire. So, you know what I mean? It wasn't as good as they could have done. You know what I mean? They could have had a better match, but it's Monday Night Raw. You don't want to give it all away, even though you probably should at this point if they're not going to be, fighting at a pay-per-view anytime soon. Premium live event. Got to make sure I get that right now. I got to change. I got pay-per-view buttons all over my Stream Deck. I got to change it to premium live event now because, it makes sense. It is a premium live event, and it isn't a pay-per-view technically because they're not getting pay-per-view. I gave them 3.25 blunts for matches. Let's move on to storytelling. Obviously, with the storytelling, there was some good stuff. Like the decathlon obviously is comedy, entertaining. Kevin Owens and Seth, comedy, entertaining. I think that's leading towards a match between those two at WrestleMania. Can't really tell, but I feel like after KO lost, he's going to get pissed. He's going to turn heel on Seth. Seth's going to be the babyface in the match. That's where we're going to go. I don't know what I don't even know what the Street Profits are doing. Like, the only tag teams that feel relevant are the ones that are in this decathlon. Like, the Street Profits don't really have any direction. Veer actually cut a fucking promo and said he's been hiding in a cave and he's going to show up and strike at some... I don't know what the fuck he said. It didn't make no sense. But he's supposed to be showing up. I'm assuming... I don't know what to assume. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I know when it's going to happen because I don't. Let me shut up. He'll be here when he gets here. I don't fucking know. But I know that Alexa Bliss shit is pissing me off. It makes me angry when she comes on my TV now, and that's not good. The 24/7 title needs to go in the trash. That's just don't need it anymore. What else happened on the show as far as storytelling? Yeah, I think we got that. There was the 3 main stories. There's the who's Ronda gonna choose kind of situation between Becky and Charlotte. There's the Elimination Chamber stuff, and that's kind of that was kind of like the entire show. And you threw in the comedy with the Riddle and Gable and the Seth and KO. So I gave storytelling 4 blunts because I thought that because of those main storylines, they took up so much of the show, especially the Elimination Chamber builds. I thought we got to the right participants in the Elimination Chamber. I can't think of anybody I would replace and with who. Got to have Austin Theory in there. He's the up-and-coming rising star. He's the only young guy in the match, honestly. So, he's the only, person that could win and get put over more than they already are. Everybody else in the match is already a super duper star. So it is what it is. So maybe he'll end up in the final 2. Maybe he'll win to impress Mr. McMahon. Who knows? But I like the storytelling. I like how we got there for most of the participants. It's just weird that Seth didn't have to qualify. He said that his match... I guess he did win his match technically, and he got cheated technically. So I'm cool with Seth being put in the match. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm actually okay because he kind of got cheated by Roman. You know what I mean? And he technically won that match. So he didn't get the belt. He didn't get any reward for winning that match because Roman cheated. So put him in the fucking eliminate. That actually makes sense. You know what? They should have fucking said that. How did I just come up with that? How did I just tie the story together better than they did? What the hell? They could have just said, it makes so much sense. It's just logic. No one would have been mad. Kevin Owens would have been like, you know what? Okay, that makes sense. I guess they wouldn't have been able to tell that story. It would have made too much sense. So I gave storytelling 4 blunts. For last night's Raw. Pretty good show, entertaining show. Commentary, 3.75 blunts for commentary. because of one line that was said. There was a couple dumb lines, like Corey Graves said some of the most redundant shit at some point. But when Matt Riddle came out and he said Matt Riddle's on that Gorilla Glue #4 machine, I was like, wait a minute. I almost went to roll up some Gorilla Glue. I got some in there. I was like, wait a minute. You're not supposed to say that. Randy Orton's probably like, yo, I used to get suspended for this shit like all the time. Now we doing storylines completely centered around. Yo, I can't take it. Oh, man, yeah, I thought that was hilarious, man. That shit caught me off guard. I was like, did he just say Gorilla Glue #4 on Monday Night Raw? We're literally calling out strains of weed on the show now. Like, fuck it. We're just all in on the weed. We might just, can we please just have a session with Randy and him smoking? Like, why not? It's legal in most places. Just give us a clip, like on some Friday shit, some Craig and Day Day shit. You know what I mean? Had a motherfucker smoking and you know, doing a backstage skit, man. Like, or you could just have the room cloudy and make it insinuate that they're smoking. But we're gonna have to get that eventually. Like, have Wiz Khalifa host WrestleMania, nigga, and have him do a skit with Matt Riddle and Randy or anybody. Snoop Dogg. What am I talking about? Wiz Khalifa. Nigga, Snoop Dogg. He's a Hall of Famer. Just get Snoop Dogg to come and do a fucking skit at WrestleMania with Riddle and Orton smoking weed backstage. That would be awesome. Randy, I don't even know if we ever talked about this on the channel, but Randy said he loves Riddle because Riddle's the only one that can grow his favorite strain. You know what I mean? And you know, I love all of this because it's wrestling on weed. So it just makes my channel even more relevant. You know what I mean? It's like, it used to be a little bit taboo, you know what I mean? I used to worry about, is this right to name my channel? I don't know how we gonna get suppressed. I got weed in the channel description. It's like, fuck it, nigga. They talking about weed on the shows. Fuck it, we all in. So we all love that good gas, you know what I mean? All around the world. So, you know, it is what it is at this point, man. So commentary, Corey Graves got them 3.75 blunts. Even though there was a lot of weird lines or just unnecessary shit said. I don't know if it's not unnecessary. They were kind of all over the place with their commentary at points, but that shit made me bust out laughing, honestly, when Corey Graves said that shit. Wrestling on weed is the only way to enjoy. Hey. I don't even. That is the most factual statement. That is the most factual state. I mean, you know, it helps you suspend your disbelief. Like, you're already, you know what I mean? You might already be daydreaming about some silly, goofy shit. You know what I mean? You watch wrestling, it just makes it easier to laugh at dumb shit. You know what I mean? So, if I didn't smoke weed and I had to sit through 3 hours of Monday Night Raw most nights, holy shit. Nah. I'm just going to go ahead and say, nah, this channel wouldn't exist. It would. This channel would not exist in any form. I promise you. If I could not smoke weed while enjoying these shows, I 1,000% agree with that statement. The weed makes you believe. So, yeah, and the crowd, yeah, I remember last week because they were in Kansas City, and the irony of them just following the games, that's crazy. The irony of them being in Kansas City last week, and then I gave them 2.5 blunts because fuck the Chiefs, you know what I mean? They were in Cincinnati this week. Guess who won that game? I asked for it last week, and thank you. You know what I mean? This is what you get when you put it out in the air, baby. I said, nah, fuck Kansas City, Cincinnati. Y'all about to go win this game, baby. Y'all about to go do this thing, baby. You know what I mean? What did you do, Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, Icy Joe? What did you do? Down 21-3. He was like, oh. He was like, hold up, boy. I see you. Bow. Oh, you Zama out. I don't care, nigga. Where Chase at? Bow. I got you. Hold on, Higgins. I see you down the middle. Oh, another nigga. It was 24-3. It was 24-21 before I even knew what happened. And Joe motherfucking Ice Burrow had stolen the game back from the Chiefs and took his team to the Super Bowl. Shout out to motherfucking Cincinnati. Shout out to motherfucking Angelo Dawkins. Shout out to the motherfucking Bengals for winning that motherfucking game. And it's fuck the Chiefs forever. Raiders Nation, baby. I don't even care that the Bengals beat us in the playoffs. God damn it, they earned that shit. They ain't really earned it, but they won the game. And I like Joe Burrow, and I hate the Chiefs more than I'll ever hate the Bengals. So Cincinnati, you get 5 blunts. I love you, and I want you to win the Super Bowl. And Joe Burrow was smoking after the game. You know what I mean? That wasn't hold on, I'm about to show y'all what Joe Burrow. I'm about to show y'all what Joe Burrow was smoking. See, I thought it was a cigar, right? I thought, he was doing the Joe Burrow, but that's weed in there. You know what I mean? That's weed. That's that Joe. That's that Joe Burrow. This is what he had right here, bro. That's what he had, kid, good buddy. I promise you can get these on Amazon for like $20 just in case you know what I mean? Anybody that need one, you know what I mean? Go ahead and get those on Amazon. It was almost sold out when I got mine, so you might want to check. Cincinnati, y'all get 5 blunts, man, because fucking motherfucking right you beat the Chiefs, man. Fuck out of here, man. And we signed we got a new coach, new G. Raider Nation, baby. We winning a division next year. Let's go. Super Bowl. Wait a minute. Super Bowl in Vegas in 2 years. LA doing it this year. Why not us? Why not us? 2024, baby. You know what I mean? 2024 Vegas Super Bowl. Let's go. You know what I mean? But anyways, just went off on a tangent. I was at the game where AJ Green played for the Bengals and swung on Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey annoying as fuck sometimes, bro. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He tried to bully the Bengals kicker, my nigga. Are you going up to a kicker and trying to? He's like 5'3". Why are you trying to bully a kicker? And it's like that's not tough. I'm sorry. You lose tough points when you do shit like that. Like it's like calm down, bro. And the kicker just punked him and just ignored him and kept doing what he was doing. Like, bitch, I'm not scared of you. Shout out to Evan McPherson, by the way. Phenomenal season. I had him on my fantasy team that I got second place on most of the season. We switch out kickers a lot of shit, but I had him on my squad most of the season. Phenomenal rookie season by McPherson. I love him and Joe Burrow are kind of like the same personality type guys. They both super uber confident guys. Just one's a quarterback and one's a kicker. But if you think about it, they're probably the two most important players on the team because they score all the points. So you need the quarterback. You need to get two most valuable people on the team in a lot of circumstances. So those guys, man, I'm fucking with the Bengals right now. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean, they beat us, and I'm still fucking with them like that. We wasn't even supposed to be there, so I ain't even mad we lost. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I was happy we made it to the playoffs and got an extra game. You know what I mean, and played pretty well. You know what I mean, to where we had a chance to win in the end. 10 yards away from tying the game. God damn it, Derek Carr. But anyways, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So shout out to Cincinnati, man. Good luck next week against my hometown team, St. Louis. But obviously I'm a Raiders fan. The Rams came in 95. I was already Raider Nation for like 10 years at that point. So it ain't ever changing, baby. They gonna bury me in a Raiders casket. No cap. So yeah, man. That's a total score of 3.95 for Monday Night Raw, man. So what is 3 point? Oh, it's a silver blunt. So yeah, good show. That's a good post Rumble after that deflating whack ass motherfucking Royal Rumble that they gave us. That shit was ass juice, especially the men's Royal Rumble. I know everybody hates Shane McMahon right now. I heard he was back there burying other producers that are there more regularly. But I don't even know how he got the producer role in that situation and was able to book himself. That just seems like a conflict of interest all around and very counterproductive to building new stars. Nobody gives a fuck about seeing Shane McMahon jump off of something high at WrestleMania anymore. It's not entertaining. We want to see that about as much as we want to see The Undertaker and Goldberg wrestle at WrestleMania. Not at all. So can we just move the fuck past this? I don't care. I'm pretty sure I've heard rumors McMahon versus Austin Theory, McMahon versus Amos. Like, I heard somebody mention that. I'm like, yo, y'all gonna remind us of the Raw Underground? You're gonna remind people that happened? Really? Okay. So it just seems like some of the direction with some of the stuff they do is always all over the place. But last night's show was a good makeup. It's just unfortunate that Elimination Chamber is Saudi Arabia. So, but we're getting the women's title match. I'm sure it's gonna be the main event, right? Maybe they'll have the Elimination Chamber. No, they'll have the Elimination Chamber as the main event. But well, they might open the show with Becky versus Lita. Honestly, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but we shall see. But it's gonna be a good show just with those two matches alone. I'm looking forward to the show. I can't even lie. So we'll see what happens at Elimination Chamber 2022. That's the blunt ratings for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Physics will be back with the wild news joints tomorrow. I got a couple of videos that I want to that I got to do as well. A couple different type of reaction style videos that we're gonna start doing for the channel. Trying to make some more pre-recorded content as well as doing the live streams. Because the only way to do these shows is live. Because I can't interact with you guys if I'm doing the pre-recorded joints as much as I want to. And that's obviously one of the most fun parts about the show. So be here live doing the blunt ratings and all that, the podcast and all that stuff, but we'll still be doing other types of content as well. Is that oh yeah, I remember that. In Florida. Yeah. Fuck the Gators. Yo, fuck with the Gators. Well, obviously, yeah, I feel you. Lita and Becky gonna be wearing those 3 times. I mean, I hope they don't have to do that. Neither one of, well, I doubt Lita's going to come out with her thong outside her pants. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? I think they'll be respectable, but they won't be, you know what I mean? They'll probably, will they have T-shirts on? Was the last women's match that they have, didn't they get to wear their regular gear? I don't quite remember. But I feel like they kind of got to wear their regular gear. They just had to have like more stuff covered, but it was still in the style of their regular gear. They just couldn't be showing cleavage and shit like that, which is fine. That's those people's culture and religion. They don't want titties in kids' faces, and hey, it's not my place to judge people's religions and cultures, because everybody got different religions and cultures, and that shit is. It's different, you know what I mean? Different part of the world, you know what I mean? It can agree or disagree, but I wasn't raised, how some other people were raised, so I can't judge them for that shit when it comes to stuff like that. So, it was Dewdrop and Zelina wearing shirt. Oh yeah, you're right. They were wearing the shirts. Damn, that's right. You're 100% right. Damn. I don't know. These are big names though. Yeah, and Becky and Bianca wore shirts too. They did, and they wore them like under their gear almost. It's like they wore the undershirts under their gear. I mean, I feel like at this point they should just be making gear to where they don't have to wear the T-shirts. Just make long sleeve gear. I don't know if that's hot or uncomfortable. I don't know. It just feels like they could make actual gear to where they don't have to wear T-shirts. You know what I mean? I guess they don't want to show curves and shit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the rules. So it is what it is. 3.95 for Monday Night Raw. I'll see you guys again on Thursday for the Dynamite blunt ratings. It is not a beach break. We are actually in back in the real world again. So looking forward to seeing what we do on Dynamite, what we got coming up on Dynamite. So as always, guys, it's a pleasure. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna go record these videos real quick, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Go watch my reaction to Shane McMahon entering the Rumble over and over, and send it to your friends because it was hilarious. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all later, man. Deuces.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to know when we go live next. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrestling on We, and thanks for watching.